Have you ever given thought to what it takes to age well? When I say age well, what I mean is to have the best quality of life possible for as long as we can possibly have it. And when I say that, you may think, well, diet and exercise. I'll touch on those at the end, but I want to talk to you about some other areas that don't get as much press, but are very important. So let's start with a sense of purpose and meaning. It's really key to have a reason to get out of bed in the morning forever. That's one of the things that creates quality of life. A lot of people, when they retire, one of the struggles they have is finding that sense of purpose if a lot of their purpose had been connected to their job. We want to make sure that we develop other ways to have purpose and meaning in our lives. It's worth giving thought to. And then another area that we can focus in on is our social connection. Do you have enough social connection? When we talk about this, we tend to talk about it in terms of social support, emotional social support, the people we turn to for love and nurturing and that sense of warmth in our lives. And then instrumental or practical support, the people we turn to help us with the day to day, whether it's tasks or information or whatever that might be. For many of us, a lot of our support comes from the people we work with again. And so we want to make sure we develop it outside of that because when we retire, it just comes where we start having a little bit different path than the people who are continuing to work. So we want to make sure that we're building our social support forever. Here's another one for you. How do you feel about growing older? We know that having a positive attitude about aging makes a huge difference in how we age. There's research about this. So take a little look at your own attitude about aging. Do you feel good about it? And more generally, do you just feel good about life? Because a positive outlook matters. And that's an area we really can change and grow. How about your mind? Are you doing things to exercise your brain and to keep your mind active? It's very important, and we're learning more and more all the time about how to do that well. Again, you can Google, there's lots of sites about exercising your brain. And here's the thing, usually it's about doing brain games, which are pretty fun, that make our mind work more. It's definitely not about sitting in front of a TV though. Now we're down to the other two, diet and exercise. Most of us have heard a lot about diet, and certainly there's a lot written. What I'd say to you is the Mediterranean diet and plant-based diet are getting a lot of press these days. But you can go to many sites to see ways that you can really fuel your body to age well. And then there's that exercise. I'm going to change that word to movement because I think movement feels more fun. So what are you doing to move well? When we're aging, we have to think about functional fitness. What that means is our ability to function in our lives for the long haul. When you're 98 years old, you want to be able to get yourself out of a chair. You want to be able potentially to carry your own groceries still. And that's not just about running or doing some aerobic exercise. It's only one of the elements. But here are the other things we want to consider: our strength, our flexibility, and our balance. That along with our cardiovascular health, that's the four that we need to think about. You want to find ways that you love to do things rather than have to go to the gym if that's not your thing. So all of these items together, all these elements, that's what helps us to age well. And you know when we should start working on these? I bet you guessed it. It's today.